Hello, everyone, and welcome to Answer the Call, the podcast where myself and Croncy talk about Star Citizen, and then at the end, or in the middle, go to the callers. I kind of like a sports radio. That's what this was all built around. So lots of things to talk about this week in terms of Star Citizen news. There's just I am exhausted. Week in review was so much to make, and I'm happy for it. I am happy that it feels like we're back in terms of like the old way of doing things. There was like video information and things to actually discuss and drama and exciting. It was good. It was a good week. How you doing overall?
In a month, it'll all be going away for the Christmas break.
Yeah, until February. Good point.
Yeah, doing well, doing good. Yeah, it's been a fun IAE for the most part this year, which is good. It's been a mostly working IAE as well. Yeah,
Debatable.
yeah.
It's the typical Freefly experience.
It's a little better than the typical Freefly experience.
Yeah, perhaps that's fair. A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit. Did you get into anything, or I guess did you do the engineering playtest at all? I barely did. I
no,
about 5 minutes.
They keep on doing these playtests at the absolute worst times for me.
Yeah, and it's Evo,
Like,
so it's not like you could play on stream.
Exactly, yeah. So I need them to do them on like Tuesdays, and that's it, just only on Tuesdays. So I didn't get a chance to do it. I saw that Armor was like in, kinda.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I spent the entire time looking for it on a panel or something. I could not find it, but it was definitely damaging components very slowly, and then all of a sudden they were dead again. Was what I was experiencing. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm just looking forward to having it go wave one. I am calling this engineering trial by fire, and like, you know, pun intended, because they're just gonna throw it out there. It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
And it'll get better over time, or they'll scrap it, or they'll change something, or whatever, right?
But
at
the very least, I expect it to be very unbalanced for a little bit.
Correct. And just patch always goes and just let it go. Yeah, so we're both so we'll probably not really touch on that one too much, just because both of us aren't that well versed in it right now. Again, it's just my understanding that it still blows up your ship when your ship hits hull 0. So that is not like, that is removing soft death, but not replacing it with something. Right? It's like kind of, we're going back in time essentially instead of forward. At the current stage in Evo, that's still a month to, well, I guess 3 weeks to get.
Yeah, they've got like a little over 3 weeks before to get it to try to get it in before Christmas.
Correct. So we'll see. But yeah, not much to say on it now. I think it's safe. Let it get to wave one. Let's see what is happening when you can get more people in a ship, and just the general vibe on that. And we'll leave it there. Is it doesn't feel like if you fully crew your ship, you're creating any sort of decent enough advantage. Like a fully crewed Corsair is probably not killing 3 Corsairs.
Yeah,
maybe not even 2.
Which that's the like core of the problem, right? Is making sure that gameplay makes sense and has a reason to exist.
Yep, and that's just the way it's making it feel right now. We'll have to see what goes on with that. Okay, so things that we can talk about today are the new ships, the L-22, the MDC, Best in Show paints, SCL. Sneak peek, and I don't know, very quickly, let's just touch on this and get this out of the way, just in case you guys don't know, and hey, who doesn't like free stuff, is, well, number one, I think we're coming close to the end of drops. Very close. I think it ends
like tomorrow.
Yeah, it might end tomorrow, so yeah, if you really want the drops, make sure you watch a streamer for 4 hours. But this is the thing. Oops, I almost forgot to turn the intro off. This is the thing that they're also doing is apparently they're supposed to do a live stream. I don't know if they did it or if they didn't. But CLX, a company that makes computers, I think they're very much involved with you guys at Atmo Esports, right?
The CEO himself is like a massive Star Citizen fan.
Yeah. So I believe he's sponsored. I know like Crucian talks about them all the time. So and loves these guys. So they have made these 2 PCs. One of them, this is the one thing that's like weird to me, is one of them is staying at the studio in a display to just like waste PC parts, I guess. Like, what the fuck? And then the other one is a giveaway, and it's like a Gleam giveaway where you can do a bunch of entries. So if you guys, want to do this, I'll link this page in both Twitch chat and YouTube in just a second here. So just letting you guys know that exists if you weren't aware of it. I think it's a good place to start the show with that and just get that out of the way. So yeah, if you guys like free stuff, there you go. Drops and the giveaway there. Oh, hold on. YouTube is not as fun as Twitch chat. There we go. Posted. it didn't let me spam it like crazy. Okay, what do you want to start with? We got
I actually wouldn't mind starting to talk about my Freefly experience, because that was the main thing that I really did this week, which I have a friend who I played the game with 3 to 4 years ago. And we all know how the state the game was in back then. She was still getting 30Ks every like hour at like in a good patch. Nowhere near as much content, all that sort of stuff. Yesterday we were like, all right, well let's try again, right? Freefly is still up. Let's have another go. In my opinion, this year content's been really fantastic. It's been fun to play and stuff, so we'll try out some of that. And it is so humbling to watch someone play with someone in Star Citizen who plays just regular games, right? Spends quite a few hours a week playing regular games. Try to play Star Citizen and just show a lot of the holes that I think a lot of us forget about a lot of the time. Like we've all played so much that we know all the workarounds to every bug, so we subconsciously do it, right? We always do those workarounds, so we don't have to mess around with them. We know all the things you're never supposed to do, like typically don't get in a turret when you're about to go into quantum travel, that sort of stuff, right? And like all the mechanics and everything, like there is a lot more complex stuff to the game than we often give credit for.
Yeah.
So it was very fun. The very first thing that happened was him jump out of the ship in the middle of quantum because it looked like there was a veranda, it looked like you could just go out there, you could just chill there, it'd be fun. And then I immediately have to turn around and go like 20 million kilometers back to go get him. All of the like gear switching, like we went to do some of the FPS missions because that's like obviously a lot of the content this year has been FPS related.
Yep.
And just using the inventory system and like the difficulties with that, and like swapping his gear, and then him being like, oh well, why am I missing all this stuff now? And him asking us like, well, how much ammo do I have? It's like, well, you don't have a helmet on and you have to do this specific stuff, and like all of this stuff. And yeah, I think it's just really important to make sure everyone in chat does that every now and then, because it gives you a much better perspective of what this game looks like on the outside.
Yeah, for sure. Just somebody saying audio's low on YouTube. So just making sure, let me know, guys, and I'll raise it up a little bit. But yeah, that's the saddest thing to hear about that is exactly what should not have happened in December of 2025 for your friend. Yeah. The experience that he should have had is something entirely different. Why was it not? Like this year was supposed to solve that problem. Maybe not solve it, but certainly correct a lot of, like, did he address the fact that like 3 or 4 years ago it was so much worse? Like was he like, wow?
Yes, he did mention, like, look, this has improved quite a lot, but it's the new experience of in at least some regards, like bugs have gotten better, but it has shown a lot of the problems with like a lot of aspects of the gameplay.
Sure.
And sort of the walls that you have to barge through to get anything to work necessarily.
Yeah.
There was like the added thing of like I said, we did the FPS missions, and FPS are bugged / highly tuned at the moment, and so they're absolutely cracked.
Yeah.
Which can be a lot more fun because it means it's actually challenging content now. But
Yep.
meant that like we had some real issues trying to get some stuff done. But it was interesting. I felt like I kept. Oh, the other thing was just like simple stuff that other regular gamers will do. If anyone's ever played any game where you are in first person and you can jump, 90% of your movement is going to be you run jumping the entire time that you're in a station or something.
Oh, was he
and the amount
hopping around?
He was hopping around everywhere, and the amount of times he got like bugged out in like a random position in Levski was crazy. In parts, it was like I didn't even know how you did that. Right?
Yep.
There was bugs that he discovered that I haven't seen in years happen. Purely because, once again, he's just playing the game like he plays other games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it was very interesting. Got me a much better perspective. But, like, yeah, he did say it is much better. So,
okay.
Yay.
Yeah, as long as he sees some significant improvement.
Improvement is the thing, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's one of those things where, like, he would have to fight through the bugs quite a bit to see, like, wow, they added so much content. Because there is,
yes,
like, the worm, the snake, contested zones. You know, like, there's so much. I was saying before the podcast, like, I got so lucky. I've decided, I've been talking about this forever. I'm doing it. I'm not creating some rule set and making a YouTube video for it. Nope. I went on my fresh account, codename Scam Citizen, and that account, it has just an Aurora on it. Yep. And I said, this is the account I'm playing on from now on. That's it. However I build up the ships, I don't need, it doesn't need to be solo, self-found. It doesn't need to be any of this. And we didn't have a lot of time for the pod. So I was like, I need a combat ship if I want to start grinding Wikelo stuff, like, because I need to be able to do patrols at like a high level, things like that. So I need to get a contested zone ship, basically. Or I can farm something for Wikelo and then as far as like a salvage ship and then make money that way and then go for it. Because that's how I want to play. I don't want to just do the kind of cheesy stuff. I still want to like find things, and that's how I've gone about it. And I went to the contested zone, and I had nothing with me. I had no keys, so I was just hoping somebody else would show up with some keys. 2 guys show up, completely oblivious, during a free fly, and I taught them a little bit of a lesson. I put the keys in, and I did not get a Sulin, folks. I got an F7A Mark II. Let's go. That is the only time since contested zones have come on live that I have put the keys in. And I got an F7A Mark II.
Yeah, that's sick.
Do I just like this is like gambling where I won on the first pull, and the only way to stay up is to never play again. You know, do I ever just?
That's not like a real gambler, though, Mike. Now that you're up, it takes you longer to go down.
Now I need the Corsair, right? So yeah, we're gonna go for the Corsair next, but that is like crazy. Also, yeah, I'll probably lose it in 4.5, but the memories will still be there, so it doesn't matter. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's still sick.
So that was my 4.4 experience so far. I've just been farming contested zone keys and playing on this account and having a good time. Do you want to get into some of the IAE stuff?
Yeah, let's do it. Obviously, a couple extra ships this week. Yeah, a couple extra ships this week. Well, 2 vehicles this week that we obviously didn't cover the previous week, which is the start with the Wolf, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
The Wolf variant. It's super fun. I was flying it a bunch today. Yeah, they've stuck laser repeaters on it. They've done a little bit of a trying to think of the word, like aesthetic rework of like the rear of the Wolf, to just give it a bit of a different flavor.
I prefer
it's cool. I love it.
Yeah,
I like the wings.
Yeah,
they should have. I don't care what anyone else says. I loved the fin. The fin was so cool.
I know.
And they have it in this video. They're literally like, oh, it's still got the fin. No, it doesn't. It's got a tiny bump. It's a light.
Yeah, it's a light.
It's nothing. So, but yeah, it's super fun. It was really, really enjoyable. I'm loving it.
What are your thoughts? Because there's something that we said during the Flight Blade things. that if they do this stuff again, we're going to go hard on them. Do you feel this is the same stuff over again? There are arguments that are for this and against the selling of weapon kits.
All right.
Nobody liked the fact that there were weapon kits in the previous event at Invictus. Not nobody. Some people obviously did. But the feedback around it was majority negative. And in Xylo's post, they said things like bomb racks will come out in-game when we sell them on the store, which makes it significantly less bad. Still bad, in my opinion. And I'll quickly say the reason why. If you buy something on the website versus earning it in-game in any way, shape, or form, those items are entirely different from one another because of what we know about the insurance systems. You will never lose the item that you buy on the store, or there will be a certain way of getting it back that will be different than this person. Doesn't seem fair to me. That is so anti-video game, and I hate it. Done. Yep. Okay? They said that things like bomb racks would come in the stores in-game at the same time as they sell them. That is not what's happening here. When we talk about SCL, Jared defended it like we've been doing this forever. It doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. It doesn't mean it's a good thing. It doesn't matter if you've been doing it forever. Do we feel like this is the same thing as the Flight Blades? Do we care? I have arguments even on the other side of it's not that big of a deal. So just, I'm not freaking out over this, but I feel like I should be. What do you think?
It didn't even cross my mind, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
That's a very bad thing.
Well, because I don't think Flight Blades are remotely close to this.
They're the same thing.
I fully disagree. Flight Blades are a completely different thing. Because Flight Blades allow you to bypass like other players. And I feel like that is a huge problem with the concept of the game. Oh no, I'm thinking of not Flight Blades, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of like turret blades. Like
AI blades. No.
Yeah. I'm thinking AI blades. Yeah. Sorry, Flight Blades, which is the one that like gives you the different profiles of the
exactly.
ships, right?
And why were we mad about it, right? Like these two things seem the same to me.
Yeah.
It was just increasing the monetization.
It should be released in game at the same time for sure.
Yeah.
The one slight difference I guess would be is that my understanding is that these two ships do have slightly different profiles, but then like the guns are interchangeable between them, so it's like,
yeah. And they've adamantly said we will continue doing this with Kruger ships, and it's like my argument for like it's not that big of a deal is, well, it's. If we do 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year from now that these are not available in game, but a year from now they will be available to earn in the game on the launch of the game. So what does it matter? It literally doesn't, right? So that's the argument of like none of this matters, of like the exclusivity period. But again, that's not my arguments against it. My arguments are very, very clear. Buying an item on the store is completely, it is a different item than the item that you earned by playing the game. And we are backing a video game here, and I want to see a video game made. I do not want to see the Pledge Store continue to grow into this thing that continues to affect the video game in a not necessarily positive way. That's all.
Yeah.
It's very simple as that. And I'm saying it calmly, and I'm saying it cleanly. I'm not calling them any names. It is just not a good thing to do, but they've been doing it forever with the Idris kit and this kit and that. Who cares? It is not good.
I would say, at bare minimum, if the kits are available in game at the same time the ships are available in game, which should be once again at bare minimum, within 3 months, that's fine, and I don't really mind. But
we just need
that also comes with the caveat of like the ships need to not be super OP, annoying, busted that like everyone needs type thing.
Yeah, F7A Mark II, for example, like when it first came out, right? We don't need that. That makes the pay, like, or Idris's and things like that, like those things. That makes those experiences not fun for the people around you. This does not affect the people around them, and I think that's why.
Not particularly,
Yeah, like that's why people aren't really upset about this. Also, they are available in game. If you soft death a ship, if you come across a ship that doesn't have anybody there, you can grab these weapons off of them and put them on your ship. So technically, they are available in game. They're just not available in in-game shops or Wikelo or anything like that. Okay, that's what I want to just say. I want to continue to put that out there. Is that I'm more just asking for more clarity on how the insurance systems will work. And then I will have less of a problem of you nickel and diming people for every fucking thing in the game possible. I think this is probably a good time to just switch tunes to Best in Show real quick, because there's two other things that are relevant.
Like semi-related stuff.
Yeah, there's two other things that are related to this. Best in Show, and then in 4.5, which one thing we didn't touch on, the Idris P is available at Wikelo. So those are two things that are all related to this kind of story. Best in Show skins is the next thing that a lot of people had an exclusivity period on, and they no longer have those. So what are your thoughts on this? To me, I don't care. This doesn't matter. I want them to sell cosmetics. Why would I be mad about this?
Good. I wanted one of the skins. I haven't bought it just yet, but I wanted
there you go.
The white and gold Valkyrie skin.
Yep.
Because I've heard the arguments from people who are mad about this, and there is a lot of people who are mad about this. And when I say a lot, doesn't mean most. Just there's been a lot of vocal pushback against this. I understand wanting something cool and unique that other players don't get. That is a reasonable want. I want that to be entirely based in the game and have nothing to do with the pledge store. If you spent money on a skin, cool. You're so cool and dope and fun. You definitely deserve exclusivity for having money. It means nothing to me. I want them to sell these. I think it is cool because you often do get people like, oh man, because I didn't play for like the last, I didn't play in 2951, even though these are the worst skins ever. I didn't play in 2951.
I like
I really want that one's a good one. The rest are trash. Especially the Hercules. It's so
blue Hercules is just this is my favorite color, blue. Look at the screen.
Yeah.
And I still hate this one.
It's just so blue. But anyway, I'm sure someone likes those skins, right? And they're like, oh man, I never got to get it. Yeah, these are my favorite.
These are the best. It's unfortunately on some not great ships, but yeah.
And I also think, because I do want all skins to be, not necessarily all skins, but I want most skins to be attainable in game. But I do think if you are going to sell skins in general, these are the kind of ones you sell.
I don't want them attainable in game.
You know?
So like here's my whole thing is we want the game to be funded, and you got to fund it on some exclusivity, right? To some extent. And I think people who pay money should pay money for cosmetics, and those cosmetics should not, they affect the game in no way, shape, or form. So like they're not adding stealth to your ship, none of that stuff. So I just think skins should be on the store, cosmetics for your weapon should be on the store, cosmetics for your armor should be on the store. I know people I see it like screw FOMO, things like that. Guys, there's gonna be, if you want your MMO to exist, there's gonna be a level of FOMO that's going to exist in the funding of these kind of games. It's just going to be a thing. I think we have to accept that there is a level of monetization that's going to go above just paying for a single game package. That will happen in this game, and that's it. What I don't like about this is they very clearly stated at the time of these releasing that they would only be available at the time. So they created this FOMO mechanic for players to not just buy the paints, but to buy full ship packages, ships themselves, and things like that to get these skins. So if you are feeling entitled because you do not have exclusivity anymore, I don't feel bad for you. But if you feel like the company kind of went behind your back and duped you or lied to you or tricked you, I understand why you would feel that way, and I understand. And I'm like, yeah, I would kind of like pat you on the back and go, yeah, that sucks. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because they're just paints. You know what I mean?
It's
And
also
again,
like,
this is how I want to see the game funded. So sell away.
yeah, I would be more concerned if they were selling like something new, like here's the 2019 skin, but for like every ship, where it's, you know what I mean? It's, I feel like
we need them to be doing, got like, hello, how much money would they make on these, but for all the ships?
no,
Like,
for sure. I'm more
me?
trying to say like
We want them to do that.
Selling the same thing again is a completely fine thing, is what I'm trying to say. Like, except for mechanical stuff, don't sell the land plots again.
No.
Yeah. Like
I see what you mean.
Reselling,
like you had the chance
it's
to buy
hard
it
for me
then.
to
I know exactly what you're trying to say. You were here in 2019 with a credit card, and therefore that's you win. Like,
yeah, like I think it's fine to bring it back.
Yeah,
and across all forms of retail, this like exists as a thing. Is like there was something that was exclusive, but they've brought it back for a second go or whatever. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
It's not an unusual
shirt
thing.
drops.
And once again, because it's skins, it is a much more ethical way of CRG making money for this game.
Exactly. What do you think about this year's skins? I here's what I'll do.
They're kind of cool. I like the
Have you seen them in game yet?
Variant. No, I haven't. I'm dying to know what the Polaris one looks like.
I got you. So Foxy Loxy put out a video where he must have bought the package because you can't see them in game now. They're pearlescent. So watch. They turn black based on the light, and then they're like this coppery orange. And then the Polaris is probably the best Polaris skin just because it's the only Polaris skin.
It's not Polaris plus just trimming.
Exactly. So I don't personally like the colors. They're just not my style, but pretty cool. Pearlescent's sick, right? And a lot of people like the bronze, so
yeah.
Somebody said space nacho. Now it really looks like a nacho. like a burnt nacho, right? No. But yeah, interesting color scheme this year for sure. I still haven't gotten mine. I'm waiting for mine to show up in the hangar.
That as well.
Yeah,
might not rock up till like the end of IAE, maybe.
Yeah, that's what people were saying. That we'll have them at the end of IAE, and the only way that he's able to show these is to buy one of the packages with them in it.
Okay.
So he melted around and wailed into it, I guess. But it looks pretty cool for sure.
Yep. Yeah, very nice.
So yeah, but nothing like that white, gold, black skin. I love that thing, man. I think it looks so cool.
They crushed that when they did that one.
Yeah, I think
that was also like the first one on Microtech too.
Yep. Yeah, so it just worked. I love that one.
Yeah.
Apparently, you could just buy the upgrade to it. Okay. All right. MDC is next. What were your thoughts on the MDC?
This is a cool vehicle. I wish there was a reason to use it.
I mean, they're Hathor.
There's
Hathor.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. One person did say Hathor, and that is actually pretty reasonable. At the very least, it's like a warning system if you keep it outside the mine while you're inside and you hear it go off or anything. I am excited for it. It is very cool. What I want is for there to be like a structured event like Jump Town, so that I have a reason to bring like 20 friends with these and sit with them and watch it go absolutely crazy.
The fact that they mentioned Jump Town 100 times pissed me off, because we know that they cannot run Jump Town at the current in the current state of the game. Yeah. So it was like, you're trying to sell this on an event you're not going to run.
Yeah, exactly. It would have to be some ground-based activity that exists. As far as we're aware, they aren't really planning on doing over the next year, because they told us about the events and the big activities
we don't know.
they're going for.
There's Nick's
there might be
planets,
something, but
we don't know what's on them. We kind of know how pretty they look, but we don't know the content that's on them. So we know about Rockbreaker, we know about the municipal works, but and strike groups, right? Those are the three things we know about. We don't know about what will be on Nick's one as much. So there could be something. You never know. Maybe that's why they're mentioning Jump Town, bringing it back in some way, shape, or form.
But it's cool. I kind of like it. It also they do mention it's a like a base protector or something they say at one point,
Yeah.
which probably will actually be its main role next year if we get any form of base building. It probably just will sit there and be a turret for you. So
I have a gripe though.
Yeah.
It's me. It they talk about the use case for this in the sense of you know, oh, you and your group at Jumptown, they start with that I think totally viable use case if Jumptown existed. So like Hathor, yes, for sure. But then they also mentioned the solo player. And it's like, with engineering and some other things, like we're moving away from the solo player flying multi-crew ships, guys. So they most likely won't have a cargo bay that can hold an MDC in it. And what solo players need more than anything is something like this that can be deployed from your backpack. That can be deployed. Maybe it is a backpack instead of a backpack that can hold something, a backpack that I can deploy from. We, as solo players, I play solo all the time. We need something that can defend our ship when we are not in it. I've been talking about this for years. So when I see this, it's like a kick in the nuts because it's a good idea. It's totally fine. It's fine to be on a vehicle, but it would benefit so many more players if it was a deployable from your inventory in some way.
Yeah.
And that's my one gripe is like, like you
no reason they
almost nailed
can't
it.
also do that, right? Like, because that would
No, but they can't sell
both
for
of those
50
options
bucks.
would be cool.
But they can't sell for 50 bucks. That's why they're doing it this way.
Well, they could, but they definitely shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently our org used it at Hathor and it worked pretty well. I saw somebody in chat saying it. So
yeah, sweet.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
It's just I have that like, you almost got it right. You almost got it, dude.
This we talk a lot about like, you know, onboarding tasks for like certain developers and whatnot to make vehicles. This has got to be one, right? They did some work to it, right? But then they did just plant a PDT on it.
Yeah.
So it feels like it probably didn't take as much time as a lot of other stuff that we would have experienced.
Yeah. Also, PDTs are not perfect, right? Like there'll be enemies in the area and they just like sit there and they're AI, right? They act like the AI act against us. They sometimes just don't do anything. So I do feel like one day these are going to be very, very useful. Today may not be that day. That's all. But like,
also they mentioned
genuinely good idea.
They mentioned the Daymar rally. This sounds like it might be cool for the Daymar rally.
No,
this would be terrible for the Daymar rally.
Yes,
because first off, it'll only shoot hostiles.
Yep.
Which when someone first engages you, they're not hostile for a little bit, right?
But if you bump somebody, you become hostile. At times,
yes, which means you're then DQ'd. So there's way too many problems for this thing to be remotely playable in like how the Daymar rally works.
Let's be honest, Croncy. Any vehicle they put out, they go, "This would be great for the Daymar rally." So because that's the only people that drive.
It's fun.
That's the only reason to use a vehicle.
Yeah, it's the most grand vehicles that ever get brought out of the station.
Exactly. So that's why they say it. They don't actually know that it would be shit because they don't play and don't actually know anything about the Daymar rally. They're just saying it. But yeah, they at the end mentioned something very interesting. That is another little gripe of mine. That the next vehicle in this lineup is going to be a crafting vehicle. What the fuck do we need a crafting vehicle for?
I don't know, but like when we go to SCL, which maybe that's the next thing we go to, they mentioned crafting vehicles next year a lot. I think it's just the thing. There's just going to be a lot of crafting vehicles next year, and so they're just putting on anything and everything, right?
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, vehicle, not ship.
Yeah,
things with wheels.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's like I think it's fine for there to be.
There's two of them they mentioned. There's an Atlas or whatever that's coming.
Yeah, but then there's also another variant of this that's coming with. I think they said MST or something, or MSC. Something like that, but they said that was a crafting variant of this one as well. I mean, we don't know what the point of having it is. We don't have crafting yet, so it's hard to like gauge
Because there's
what
no
the
point in
purpose will
ever
be,
driving
right?
a vehicle. That's the thing. The
Yeah,
Daymar Rally
exactly.
is the only purpose of driving a vehicle. So, I want to be excited about crafting coming to a vehicle, but there's no the Clipper is infinitely more exciting because it has a crafting thing in it than
Yeah.
the M whatever that it's going to be, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like if it's not doing like base building crafting, I don't really see a use case for it over a ship.
Yeah.
So that's
which like it sort of brings it back like when they brought out the irradiated Valakar worm and they had this whole area that you could not fly into and you would crash. I was like, you had such a like if you had just made ground vehicles able to ignore that, there would have been this really awesome thing that you can do. You could bring a Tonkin to fight the Valakar. That'd be sick, right?
Yep.
That would have actually made them have a purpose that also makes sense with how they've envisioned ground vehicles in the past, where they've talked about like weather being one of the big things that like stops maybe your ship from going into XYZ location. So you've got to drive in. Then these vehicles actually make sense in the game right now.
I mean, let's not forget that, these things are super stealthy. Vehicle that's the thing where they started to try to make vehicles viable, is that they're omega stealthy. So you will most likely not know that these PDTs are there until they hit you, right? Like that kind of thing. So I forgot to mention that's where they're like, very interesting. Mm-hmm. Before we move on to SCL though, we briefly mentioned it. The Idris P is coming to Wikelo in 4.5. The Idris is coming to the game in 4.5 in a way that you and your org mates will likely have to farm it. I posted what I thought was a hilarious video from either somebody on Spectrum that was a complete troll or a complete idiot. I don't know which one is which, but I
think I know the exact one.
They were very mad that there was exclusivity taken away from them from owning an Idris and buying it on the web store. And it was so funny that we just got a little chuckle about it. We don't know the recipe yet, so that's one thing.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I've got to imagine it's got to be at least double as hard as the Polaris, probably further, right?
Yeah, but it's going to be insane. Assume Nyx minables, I would guess, and assume the Vandal things.
Yeah. This is only a good thing.
How can it be bad?
The vehicle is available in game.
It is only a good thing. Wikelo kind of sucks to deal with. There's the negative. There's the only negative.
For sure. Yeah. It's not a perfect thing.
No,
but it is only a positive, if that makes sense. Like it
exactly. How can you be mad at this?
So
how can you be
huge?
Mad?
Well, once again, recipe dependent. If it takes longer than like multiple patch cycles to get it, it could be a problem because then no one gets it and it just wipes itself and stuff. But
depends.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Me and my org were grinding for a Polaris. We won't be anymore. We'll be moving that towards Idris.
Org-wise, Idris is the ultimate because of that hangar. The amount of ships you could fit in there, the fact that you can like live in it kind of with multiple people. Obviously, you can't log out in it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in 2026, that is quality of life and year of playability type stuff that we see. They've been talking about it for years. Then it becomes really interesting, right? Like I am not interested in this from its solo capabilities or anything like that. I am specifically interested in flying in this thing, dropping off mining bags, salvage boxes, and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm very, very excited for it from that standpoint until the Kraken comes, because that's the one that I want for that specific use case. Okay.
Yeah.
SCL. There are a lot of things that were said.
Big SCL.
Jared mostly just ate on the stream and coughed and shit. It was pretty annoying. But I was so happy to see these back.
Yep.
I don't think we should really talk about it, but I feel like I have to give you the opportunity. Did you hear what he said at the beginning about like content creators reacting to it and needing his content to make content and stuff? I'm assuming that didn't bother you at all.
No, I didn't at all.
Yeah.
He said we're the coolest people ever, and he wouldn't make anywhere near as much money without us. That's what he said. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I might have.
It's true.
Misheard him.
It
was fun. It was a bit tongue in cheek, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I got mad, but I didn't get mad because of like I felt like I was being called out or any other people in the community. I felt mad because it's like it's not just us that wanted this content back. Like everybody really enjoys this, and you seem so disconnected from reality that you don't understand that it's not just us complaining about it, it's our entire community, which is your community, that is complaining about. Like, we really love this content, and we're really sad that we didn't get it. Regardless of how silly this episode was, and he's literally just eating Twizzlers, and yes, I'm going to call them Twizzlers, even though I know there's something else, and apparently they're better. And like, but it was, we heard so much cool information. And to the guy on YouTube that says Mike thinks everything is a personal attack, I literally said I didn't take it as a personal attack. So, hello. I'm going to close YouTube chat now before I start raging.
That person in YouTube wasn't personally attacking you. You've messed up.
Oh,
You've accidentally...
shit. Oh, no. Is my audio lower than Croncy's? Sorry, I'm like I'm Twitch streaming now. My audio is always going to be lower than Croncy's because I yell too much. So eventually it will be normal. But yeah, so I didn't feel personally attacked.
Great SEO.
But again, yeah, I just want more of these. We get an ISC this coming week about engineering.
We do with Torsten.
Right? Yeah, so it's like we're back in the groove. Yeah. We're back in it. What were some of the highlights for you? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Just before that as well, I like that Jared mentioned, like he does want to, like he kind of acknowledged the lack of video stuff this year.
Yeah.
And he said like he does want to bring it back. He said it won't be as like big as it was last year.
And he doesn't know how
last year was kind of crazy. But like I'm happy he acknowledged it because it is really important content to have. It helps a lot with helping us understand what you guys are doing. Obviously the patch cycle has been very different this year, but it helps a lot. So yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let you take the reins here. What were some of the things? We could just go like back and forth. What was your highlights of this?
It's hard for the highlight not to be mentioning a bunch of the ships that are coming out next year.
Yeah, I mean that's what the show is about, obviously, right?
Yeah. It was kind of like a we didn't get like the talking ships that we got during SitCon was more like here are the ships coming out this patch.
Yeah.
Like here are the ships coming out today, right?
Yeah.
Type thing. So they didn't do a lot of like the prediction stuff for the following year, and they went through a ton of that. So before we get into like the changes and stuff, like talking about the Raylan, they're working on the Raylan to come next year. They're working on the command module and the Ironclad to come next year, and a lot of this also mostly covered in monthly reports. Read your monthly reports, but more confirmations. Kruger getting another ship. Origin getting some work next year. G12, 100%.
Yeah, probably.
What else? A bunch of manufacturers. I think the only ones getting nothing was Crusader and CNOU. I think everyone else was getting something.
No, CNOU is definitely getting one because they mentioned the Forge, right?
No, they explicitly said no CNOU. I'm fairly sure. Or did I mess that up? Maybe they did say CNOU. Let me get up my list. But either way, lots of ships coming next year, as expected.
Argo note was left out, I think.
No, they mentioned Argo toward the end of the list.
Yeah, he like, what's your favorite color?
Because he was like, the color you like.
Yeah. True. Aegis was probably left out because there's a million Aegis ships already.
No, Aegis they also mentioned.
Okay. Jeez.
No banner. They here we go. Drake, Aegis, RSI, Anvil, Misk, Grays, as in
Yep.
I hate saying Grays, it's weird. Origin, Gatak, Greycat, and Kruger. So no CNOU, no Crusader. Is there missing anyone?
Probably.
There's probably another random manufacturer missing.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know, but like, okay, so that was just like all the random manufacturers of like, they basically gave us the silhouette without giving us the silhouette by doing that.
Yeah.
What would you say is your biggest highlight of the thing? Was that it?
Well, that was the biggest highlight, but like okay. I was very excited and loved the clarification that they talked about. Even though it was probably the only bad news of the entire episode.
Which one? I know what you're going to say.
The whole day and the whole
yes,
right,
dude. That's the best news.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even though they said it was bad news, it was good news because they were like, "Huh, the way the game actually works
Yeah.
is this. And so we're going to make sure these vehicles work that way. And I was really excited to see that. So
Yep.
the hull D is now 6,900. The hull E approximately 12,000.
From 98,000 SU, that's what it was at.
Which
at 98,000, it's never going to happen. It's the Endeavor at that point.
Not just, well, it's not even that. It's like they could make a ship that just has giant platforms for you to put cargo on, but then actually think about what that means gameplay wise. It is going to take you. Sandig did this math in chat. If it takes you 5 seconds to do every 32 SU crate, which is generous,
yeah,
very generous, 4.5 hours, insane,
yeah.
and that's nonstop, right? If more realistically, like 10 seconds, it'll take you 9 hours. If you actually get like interdicted or something by players, there's like they're never going to bother going through all the cargo and trying to sort it to figure out what the expensive stuff is that you've got.
Yeah.
Also, what kind of gameplay loops are going to involve that much cargo that's going to be worth doing? It's insane.
Crafting.
It was purely a like when I don't know when the Hully was concepted, but like it was purely a pre-video game. It was pre-everything. It made no sense for how the game plays. So
yeah.
They did clarify as well that they still want the Hully to be the largest. So
that's like
that's cool, right? It keeps its flavor. It keeps its personality that way, which is good.
Yeah, like I have a whole D, but the only reason I have a whole D is because of the old metrics of the Orion and the whole D had the exact same cargo or close to each other. And I was like, I know what I want to do in this game. I want to do big org mining ops. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't I want one of these things on launch if they're like, again, paying to win is the thing in this game still, as far as I'm aware. And you know, if other people can do it, I'm gonna do it too. It's even though I don't like it. It's like I don't want to be behind. So that was my ideas behind that. But my highlight is the Aurora Mark II.
I did not like this. I was actually anti-Aurora Mark II.
I am also anti-Aurora Mark II, but I am not anti the Aurora becoming in line with other starter ships. So that's why that was my favorite. I love the Aurora. I will never melt my Aurora LN. That is my starting ship. And I do believe, I don't like what John Crew said and calling it a collector's edition. I think that is total bullshit.
Yeah.
We both come from EVE Online. Eve mentioned today. And all of the ships in EVE Online have their little stat to them that might make them useful in this little situation over here. And that's what I hope we do with the Mark 1s. And then the Mark 2s have their little stat that moves them forward. And you know, it's just what I don't know. It's just like, the collector idea was the worst way to go, but the idea of that being your initial pledge, like I don't ever want to fly my initial, I just want it to be there, like literally be a collector's item. So it's like, even though I hate that mentality, it's the same mentality that I'm currently having, right?
That's mostly the reason why I didn't really love the idea of the announcement. That comes with a caveat of it will also highly depend on what price and how they release it when it does come out. You obviously still want it to be a starter ship. You want it to be like the first thing that people buy. So because of that, it can't be a highly increased in price. It can't make people who have Auroras be like, damn, I have to fork out extra money to upgrade my Aurora to
it's
Aurora
going
Mark
to,
II,
though.
right? Like,
it's going to.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
And then it just sucks. Even if it's like a $5 increase, which
it's
could
not
be
going
realistic.
to me. It's going to be 60 plus, because that's about the $60, $70 range seems to be the starting, like your starter ships will be here. And if that's what they're like in the end, I personally just don't want to see the Aurora be used as what did Rich Tyler say like they're just going to be like shuttles. And I was like, ooh, no, buddy, come on. That's the Aurora, dude. Don't do me dirty like that. And I'm if it I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like. Like, is it going to be a little Dorito or is it going to be the Aurora?
Yeah.
You know?
One thing
we
I
have to
do
see
like,
what they do.
They teased a little bit that it might end up doing the like dragonfly wings thing that people
Jared
always think the
mentioned
Aurora
it.
will do.
Yeah.
But it was a very like, it was a tease. It was like, this may not actually be the thing remotely.
The Scorpius does it, so it's possible.
Exactly.
Same manufacturer.
Exactly.
It's possible. What is your next highlight from the show?
Let's have a gander.
Would you say you kind of mentioned it? The Gaktek Raylan increased in cargo.
Yes.
Okay.
An increase in cargo, and the triangles are probably going away. If not completely,
they're not going
like,
away.
Well, they mentioned that like they can't do the triangle cargo. But they want to keep like the flavor
triangles are going away.
So there might be like,
but the ship will look the same. They're gonna put like triangle end caps, is what they said.
Yeah, so there'll be something there.
Yeah,
but
like something
you
like
won't
that.
You won't have to do weird pyramids or anything like that.
Yep.
That's I'm down for that. I think it brings it more in line once again with how the game is currently. 600 cargo also puts it in like the C2 range.
Yep.
In terms of its cargo capacity, but presumably even with its change, it'll still be external cargo. So that's like your trade-off.
Yeah. We talked about Hull C. Oh, Hull B we haven't talked about. Hull B is going up from 200 SCU to like 600, and that's that. It's weird. It takes it out of my favorite range of like 200 to 300, but because it has exterior cargo, we don't have a ship that has 600 SCU that has exterior cargo, right? So it might be really nice to work with that, and then the Ironclad up from 1,000-ish SCU to like 2,000, which is really nice. And we'll have to see how that plays out as well. I
didn't love the reasoning of what they said for it for balancing purposes, because it wasn't for balancing purposes. They said that they increased it just because it looked more appropriate.
They said they increased it because they changed the internals, and there was like a bunch of weird gaps. So they knew people were going to put cargo there anyway. It's like, how many times have you filled your C2 and been like, why doesn't my cargo stack here? This is stupid. In the middle?
No, yeah, for sure. I'm not saying that's a necessarily, like, the reason I am like, I don't like this, this could be a problem, is because it wasn't for balance purposes. I don't like when you change things that are mechanical differences
as
non-game
artists.
Purposes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's that problem that I just presented is solvable because you can change other things about it, right? You can make it less tanky, or you can make it less maneuverable, whatever, to bring it more in line. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see when it comes out, because obviously I'm talking about balance. The ship's not even remotely close to releasing. It might make it to Invictus, possibly. We'll see.
Sure. As far as I have, they still don't know that you can change the salvation scrapers, so don't tell them. They fixed the wolf paints. Lamp, yep, that is one. That is another one. They are going to do the same thing that they do with the low light scopes, but on our canopies.
Yeah, only in the cockpit, they said. So cool,
great,
sure. Yeah,
cool. They also said it was very early days, so not worth talking about right now, because probably not coming until late next year or never, when they move on to something else that they felt was more important.
Well,
so just
maybe just because it came on FPS weapons. Yeah, it's needed, but it also came onto FPS weapons pretty quickly as well.
Yeah,
like they mentioned it, and then it came like 2 months later. So I don't know.
It seemed like a like a pretty quick and easy fix, easier than they thought it was, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, we just got an MOTD apparently. Current build failed validation for wave 1, so we'll try again Monday after stability updates. There you go.
Yeah.
So rip possibly I guess I get the day off tomorrow. Woohoo.
One thing that I'm glad they mentioned again that got mentioned a couple of months ago, when they were talking about, you know, all the ships that they released this year, no concepts this year, which they stuck to, no concepts this entire year. Let's go.
Yep.
Was once again the battle cruiser.
Yeah.
Almost certainly Invectus next year it is getting revealed what this ship is and what its deal is. Yeah.
Who cares?
Whales get excited. I don't think anyone else.
I don't have
really
$4,000 to spend on a fucking ship. I don't care.
Also, can't wait for that to be in Wikelo. Let's go.
I mean, is it coming before 1.0?
That's a good point, right? Because this will
just
be the concept reveal, right?
Yeah.
This might not be out for a very long time.
If it is, like, the fact that anybody who thinks they're not selling ships post 1.0, there are ships that literally don't exist post 1.0. They're selling it post 1.0. But yeah, I thought, again, just to reiterate, this was such a refreshing show. It felt so nice to just hear things that you had no idea were happening, and they just said them. And it was so, it's like, that's why we watch this stuff. I cannot reiterate that more. It was so awesome. It may not have been a thing you wanted to hear. It may not have, it may have been a thing that pissed you off. It doesn't matter. It was like, oh, actual information that I didn't know about. And it's like, wow, that was sweet. I really enjoyed it. And I so look forward to another engineering ISC next week.
There is one last thing I want to mention specifically in regards to this, which was like the final-ish reveal, which is so we had the Polaris last year, we had the Perseus this year.
Yeah, Galaxy.
Next year it's the Galaxy. Galaxy coming out for IAE. They should hit the target. The question is whether they're going to hit the target with the modules, and whether we will have crafting by then in a good enough state for it or whatever else.
I sure hope so.
But the ship itself, at very least, next year.
Yeah. And then the new Kruger ship is called the Stingray.
Yes. Which I have so many theories for what that could be. It could be literally anything, but I'm hoping that maybe an EMP ship or something. Someone was saying maybe a Kruger missile boat. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Just there's so many different things it could be.
Yeah. I think Stingrays were a missile type in Wing Commander. So, and there was a Stingray in Wing Commander 5. It was the aliens. So maybe it's an homage to them a little bit, but we'll see. I can
speak to it, There you go. So,
sneak peek is the last thing.
Yes.
Nothing. It is a cave. The only thing I can think of is this is the municipal works of some kind. And then the only other thing is, wow, the NPCs get way cooler shit than we do. We get a vehicle with a PDC at the end of it. These guys get giant rock breakers. I want that.
Yeah, no, me too. This is almost certainly the mines in Levski. But you can already see in this picture, they're reusing some assets, a few assets from Prison.
Yeah, for sure.
When they mentioned the stuff that we were going to get to do in Nyx, I don't know if they ever mentioned the mines.
And this is actively, they are drilling in explosive devices into these walls.
Yeah.
Maybe the rock that's closest to the screen that's all shiny is relevant. Maybe the vehicle is relevant.
Maybe we do get to operate it. Press one button.
It doesn't look like it, but it is. Who knows? This is a tough sneak peek because usually they give you something to go on. There's not much to go on this one, but I figured we show it just in case. Maybe
but that's the thing. This could be
didn't.
Once again, year of content. This could be the next CZ Hathor Onyx whatever, right?
Yeah.
Before we get, because Rockbreaker felt like it was pretty far away still. Felt like it was at least multiple months away. So maybe we get another small. Maybe this is literally in 4.5 because at the moment we don't know any content being added to 4.5. It's
Everyone's
features.
focused on
but, like, no
engineering.
content.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's where I'd put my money. Is like maybe there's an activity to do in Levski.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, I think we're getting some people addressing my Salvation versus Vulture. The abrade on the Vulture, I'm assuming, is a larger radius than the Salvage, so it is bespoke. But if you switch the things, you get a different experience. Apparently. Okay. Cool. It finally clears that up. I'm just glad we can use abrades because abrades felt so much better. It didn't feel nice to use the cinch.
The cinches.
Period. Are we ready to talk to some folks?
I think we are. I just want to do one. I'm just going to do a real quick look at SE News. I feel like we're missing something.
I do as well.
Although
I have been this entire time.
Of course. I didn't listen to any of the talking shops this week, which is funny.
Talking Shop or whatever, they mentioned the Raylan first before SCL. That it was going up in cargo. So they gave some info there. So it was like it was relevant for a day or two.
No, I do think that's it. But if we have missed stuff and you're waiting in the call rooms at the moment because we're pretty full, make sure to tell us and talk all about IAE and your experiences. If you want to call in the future, make sure you go into the link in YouTube in the description. If you're on Mike's chat, go !podcast, follow the link, and then head into the green room. But yeah, we have many callers in waiting at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
all right, you ready?
All
right, first caller is Riley. Who, and my understanding is you're not allowed to be here, Riley. Are you getting in trouble?
Hello?
He might be. Hey, Riley.
Hello.
Are you going to get in trouble for being here, Riley?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mike. I had you muted.
Oh, of course you did.
Don't worry, I have it muted all the time.
Honestly, so real.
I said, are you going to get in trouble for being here again, like you did last time?
I didn't get in trouble last time. I got in trouble the first time.
Okay.
I'm representing myself anyway.
Perfect. So for people who don't know, he's in Shadow Moses and he was just being an idiot the first time and got in trouble for like PvP.
Every time I come in here, you must remind them, and it's like, this guy's stupid as frick.
That's because your boss reminds me every single time I mention the podcast. He's like, don't let that Riley guy on anymore. I was like, okay.
Yeah, 100%.
And here he is. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. The list, honestly, is pretty big this time.
Okay.
First things first.
Right,
we're keeping you short.
Yeah.
We're keeping it
Best
short.
in Show coming back. God bless. Fuck you scalpers on gray market. Absolutely.
True. This does hurt the gray market, which is great.
Yep.
When I saw that, I immediately went to the gray market to see the $1,000 Eclipse Best in Show skin and laugh at it.
Yep.
Because I'm just like, this guy just lost all of this scalping. He probably bought it for 500 and he was like, I'm going to hold this and it's going to get 800. I'm going to get rich as hell. Nope, you're poor now because it's worth $11 because that's what it is on the store.
Yep.
So that's great. And it also reminds me that the Valkyrie skin, I really wish worked on the Asgard and the Paladin, though I understand why not, because it is a completely different hull. It's not even a variant. It is huge.
It's also
difference.
old. I would be surprised if they even like were transferable
back to
like,
do
code
it.
wise, you know?
Yeah. Website designer, by the way, literally criminal for the current Best in Show skins. The picture for the Best in Show on the website for $29.55 is awful.
Yeah, they don't look the way they are in game. Yeah, the in game is so much better. That's why I went to the Foxy Loxy video. I was like, these pictures do not do it justice.
Yeah, my friend was like, why do these look like turd brown? And I was like, that's because the person who put it on the website was a criminal this year. They were like, I don't want to get any sales for this Best in Show. I want it to be poor. But also, that's not the only Polaris skin, Mike. You should know this. The best skin.
There's a bunch. There's nothing. They do nothing.
Whoa.
They all look terrible.
This is
the Wikelo skin.
This is the owner.
Oh, Wikelo skin, sure.
This is the owner of the first ever Wikelo Polaris.
Yeah. The best skin.
That's why he's
no
saying
bias.
This. Yeah.
No bias at all. But the Wikelo skin is the best skin.
How long did it take for you to lose it? Do you
I
still
don't
have
think
it?
it's died yet. No, I still
No.
have it.
Oh,
I pulled it out yesterday.
It did not disappear from your account. You're super lucky.
It still hasn't.
Hell yeah.
I'm
good
pretty
for you.
sure. I'm pretty sure they're at gunpoint because they know if that disappears, I'm gonna throw a fucking fit everywhere. I'm gonna be like, "Where's my world's first alarms?"
It's world's first. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
True.
What is? Yeah. What is this? Pete, the MDC. Good thing to add to the game. If it worked properly,
Yeah.
it would be indispensable to a lot of events. There was an
Yep.
event last night even. This guy it had about 200 players at it, and it was supposed to be capture the facility, get this guy out.
Okay.
The problem was it just got bombed permanently.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do. It's like, okay, we got him out. It's time to put him in the extract and get him out, and then an A2 bomb hits you, and there's nothing you can do to stop that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. Like if the MDC was there and it actually worked, that'd be great. That would have solved some things. Also, the fact that they are sold in game immediately when it came to the game. So all of the weapon options are in game right now, in certain shops, I believe. So you can just get that right away, which is a vast improvement. I know this is like
I forgot to mention that. Yes, I'm so happy you did. Okay.
Yeah, like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for compliments here, but like this is compared to the bomb racks from last year. We're now at the stage where it's like, hey, we released this feature. We will release everything in this feature in game in some capacity, which is something you also forgot to mention on Star Citizen Live. Is that Jared didn't? His thing was that a lot of the ships will never come to an in-game shop. They will be attainable in game, but not possible to get in like a shop. Like the Polaris and Idris, he said.
He didn't say a lot of ships. He just said like it will not be the case that all ships are in shops.
Yeah.
Like all items are in shops.
Yeah. So like certain weapons, certain armor sets, certain ships just won't ever come to the shop, which I think is a good thing. You have to have things to earn and not just have UEC.
Absolutely.
So you actually go out of your way to do things.
Yeah, like I would like if the Idris, as an example, is never available for just UEC in the game. I would like it to be maybe not necessarily always Wikelo.
Yeah.
But for sure, like not just throw money at it. Like do at least a little bit of work where maybe you throw money at other people to get all the parts. At least some aspect or even of even a little bit of collaboration.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of Idris, fuck you, Idris owners. I want you to know this. Whichever ones are like, we really need this exclusivity on this ship. It is an Idris P.
Idiot.
It's not even the Idris M.
Yeah.
Like you're actually so fucking stupid.
Okay. So we talked about the post about the person complaining about it.
It feels like a troll.
It has to be a troll, and no one agreed with the person as well in the comments.
You need to understand.
So I am.
Dude, this is the Star Citizen community. The thing is it has to be a troll, but then this is the Star Citizen community because that's what makes it believable. Is there are times where there are people that are not trolling.
Yeah, like of all the takes I've seen on Spectrum, this is nowhere near the worst take I've ever seen.
Exactly.
Of course not.
Spectrum has it is literally. If you had a fight between Reddit and Spectrum for what is the biggest cesspool of people with sub 70 IQ, Spectrum wins, I think. Like, Spectrum easily wins. It's awful.
It is
like,
bad.
I remember when they were like, we should have PvE servers and that no one would be able to interact with each other in a fighting manner. And there were tons of upvotes on it. And it's like, you just hate the game. You don't want to play Star Citizen.
Yeah.
So,
for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
Spectrum. That's why I believed it. I was like, this ain't even a crazy take. I'm pretty sure I know someone who thinks this way.
Yeah.
But
all right, keep going on your list because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, CNOU. Yep, not having a ship. So they're not having a ship currently worked on in 2026.
But they called out the Forge.
Yeah, but I know Jared mentioned that they don't have anything in line for it, but
it's weird.
That doesn't mean that something couldn't start getting worked on in 2026 and be done by the end of 2026.
Was it Anvil the Forge? I thought it was CNOU.
No, I think it is the CNOU Forge. But also, I think they also said that like those manufacturers they mentioned might also include the ships they talked about during the video. So they may have still also been talking about CNOU and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't think it matters that much. It's a ship we don't really know anything about, except for it's almost certainly crafting because it's called the Forge. And then I think they mentioned that it had. I think they said that it had an onboard refinery too.
They said it's crafting, onboard refinery, and like the Pioneer, which is why I think it's CNOU, is it will have the extractors in its feet from the ground up. So it will be a miniature mining extractor.
When they mentioned that, I was like, "There's no way this 2026. No shot. We get the feet extractors working in the next year. We don't have crafting.
No shot. We get that work in the next 2 years.
I'm coping. 2026 crafting and base building are happening. That's what I think. They're not going to be in a happy way.
Yeah, but I don't think we're getting. I don't think we're getting feet extractors.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
We got. I
think we'll get the.
We can have a bet. This will be
sure,
fun.
Though.
2026
and Rye also aren't getting anything. That's the manufacturers you forgot about. We're
true. Good.
Well, yeah. So they don't do Alien very often, and if they're doing the Raylan as the release next year, then
that's the Alien Week ship, basically.
Which is like expected, but also damn. I really wish we got more Asperia ships because Asperia genuinely has the best looking ships, and it's not even close. The Town and the Prowler are both.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I was just
that's
gonna say, we
true.
did get
Prowler utility was sick.
We did get Asperia this year, so
Yeah, but
it sucks, right?
It looks cool.
Ship. It's the coolest looking ship. It's a collector's item, if you will.
It's a collect. Oh my, yeah. So the Aurora. So the Aurora Mark II. If I'm hoping, they should give it to all the current Aurora owners.
They would never will.
No, I wrote in my notes, Super Reach Omega Tier Cope.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as cope as you might think.
It's not happening. No shot.
There are way less people that own that ship versus the amount of people that play the game now. I don't think it would be. Yeah, I don't think it would necessarily be like the hardest thing for them to do, and like, I don't think it would push them that far. But like, money wise, if that makes sense, of like, how much money are we losing doing this? So I don't think it's necessarily that much cope.
It's not impossible.
I don't know,
but it's not.
It's not.
There's a world.
Yeah.
If that was the case, they wouldn't do a Mark II. They would just do a rework.
Yeah.
Why would they do a Mark II if they were going to, right? A rework does the exact same thing.
Well, why would they do a Mark II in the first place, Mike?
Because money! Money!
I love money! Mr. Krabs.
We'll give you one more quick topic.
You get 1 minute.
Yep. But I do think it would be $45, by the way.
No chance.
Just because it's the starter. It's the starter. And I think they want to be able to say the game is $45 and not $60.
Every other starter, 60 plus, around that price.
Yeah, but the Aurora isn't.
Right.
Yeah,
that's why they're doing a Mark II.
And then last thing is no more concepts after the battle cruiser. I think is an amazing change. I think
none this year.
It's so good for the game.
Yeah, they mentioned it a couple months back, and then they've kept to it all year, and it seems like it is still on the that is still the plan, which is great. I would not be surprised if the fact that this year made so much money and they had no concepts is like one of the pushing factors for it.
They didn't have none.
Good.
They still sell concepts. They're just not selling concepts for the first time.
No new concepts. No new concepts. Yeah.
I'm
hoping the fact that there's no new concepts this year.
Yeah.
And the fact that they still made just insane money has pushed it.
Yeah, I think it helps them because every ship they're releasing, in theory, is coming with a game loop. That's the problem with concepts is they concept ships that don't have a game loop in game.
Yep.
So then everyone who wants it is either coping really hard, or just like really likes the manufacturer because they have no idea when that system will be in the game. Like if the Pioneer came out 3 years ago as a concept, it's like, okay, when's crafting? Oh, 5 years from now. Okay, not many people are buying it. But then once crafting comes out, tons of people are going to buy crafting ships.
Yeah.
So I think that just makes them more money and it consolidates everything.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Well,
Yep.
that's where we'll leave it, Riley.
Good talk.
Yeah, good talk as always, man. Appreciate
the
it.
call, man.
And I'm still blown away that you still have the Wikelo Polaris when people have lost them in the past. So hell yeah, dude. Appreciate your call. It was a good time, and that's why we went overtime. Bye now.
Yep. Cheers, man.
All right. Next up is Sharxbyte, our resident third host.
Yeah. How we doing, Sharks?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hello.
Good.
What do you want to talk about?
So I have more caps lock in my ATC notes than normal, probably than ever. I just want to say it's absolutely ridiculous that players will be able to earn limited capital ships like the 8 jump in game, just like CIG have been saying since forever. No.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I think that anyone who hasn't known that this is going to be the case has had their head in the sand forever, and haha.
Yeah, like how do you get into this game without at least the thought of that people will like earn ships in game and earn things in game?
No idea how somebody comes to that, but I have no idea
and how do you spend
many of the things people say.
Idris is like $1,500, right?
No, yeah, exactly. I've spent twice as much as that. Like my ships are spread out, and I do CCU game and stuff. But like, I'm 300,000 ish deep. That includes SitCon a couple years ago and whatever, not including gas. But yeah, like, yeah, I've spent.
Yeah, did you say 300,000?
No, 3,000.
Yeah, okay. I thought I misheard that for a second.
No, he said 300,000.
Did I say 300,000?
Yes.
Oh, okay, no. I wish.
The fact that you said it so casually, I was like,
yeah, I was like,
fuck.
No, I am poor. I used to have a job.
Okay.
He used to have $300,000.
No, probably not even in my life.
Okay.
No, I've spent 3,000, not 300,000.
Okay.
And that's since 2016. And yeah, like that's a small hobby. I have more than that in other hobbies. No, the only reason Spectrum isn't as bad as Twitter is Knight Rider. Thank you, Knight Rider. It is bad. I'm really glad that we have video content so that you can do your job, Mike.
Oh yeah. I would not be able to stream Star Citizen without
Mike's
Jared's
employed,
video
let's
content.
Go.
Yeah. I think the one thing that really frustrated me, because in general, I really like the Star Citizen Live. But when Jared said that, we've always been doing this, and we never said we would release them in game at the same time with the kits, he literally says at the after the part where he says the part with bomb racks and whatever, he literally said in future we're gonna release kits in the shops at the same time because no one should be forced to bag. It should be a choice. And that to me was like just complete BS on Jared's part. In general, I really like him. I loved almost all of the Star Citizen Live, but the way he said that like we were wrong or misremembering when it's like in blue and white is crazy.
Yep. Rude. Disrespectful. Like we're the reason you
like
have
insulting
a job.
our intelligence.
Don't forget that stuff.
Yeah.
I hate and
I
the people
do
who are
not
say stuff like that lightly because I worked for tips and it always made me feel like shit when people said that. But when you are an asshole about it, that's a whole nother story. And he was a bit of an asshole. And then it did apologize at the end about it in a way. Because I think he probably got a note. I just don't know if he actually believes what he said at the end.
Yeah. Well, and the thing for me is because when I made my post on it, people were acting like, oh, well, CIG just sees you as a number. You're just a customer. You don't get to dictate to them how to run their business.
I mean, that's exactly true, though.
Yes and no. As a customer, we are literally who decide what they make money on by what we spend money on.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I should get to dictate to them because I've spent $3,000.
300,000.
I'm saying that. Yeah. Oh, definitely. No, I spent 300,000 in games, not on games.
Yeah.
But yeah, like no, it's because I've worked in marketing, I've worked in sales, I've worked in quoting and whatever, and like the customer's not always right. That's bullshit. But when you have a group of customers and you have repeatedly built up goodwill with them and then burned it all to the ground with one stupid little sales trick that they don't want you to know about, and you do that like 3 times a year, where you're pissing off your most loyal customers, the ones who spend money over and over and over, like that, you can't keep doing that. And the same thing with this is the first IAE where I haven't bought any Warbond CCUs in years. And in all the CCU chats and all the places where I talk to people who are whales who normally buy these in bulk, they are like, yeah, I'm going to skip this one. Yeah, pass on this one. Only buy this one if you need this specific ship. Don't get this one. Hey, spend credit on this one. People aren't buying CCUs, and it looks like they're trying to phase them out completely, which
I mean,
I
they
guess
have
whatever.
been. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been
but it's
undermining
like,
the
this is
CCU game for a
worst.
while.
But yeah, this is the worst year, and the last 2 years were really bad.
Yep.
I guess
For CCUs,
for
yes.
us
For their funding, no. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. Like
it's working,
they could be making a lot more money though on these $5, $10, $15 price jumps that people are used to buying in bulk with new money, and instead most of us are just shuffling with our credit and just melting and buying stuff.
Yep.
Biggest highlight, the Ironclad's getting more cargo.
Yep.
That I was celebrating.
I just hope that front door is functional. Top door we know will be great.
Yeah, exactly. And then with crafting vehicles, I think the one thing where I'm at least seeing it is like you take a small to medium 2-person ship, fly it down, and then you can leave your buddy down there crafting and setting up your base, forward operating base, whatever, while you fly off and get more materials. And then they can move it around to different areas without having to tractor beam a bunch of materials from a single spot where they've set up the crafter or whatever. So I see it useful in that way, but it is only useful if we're really getting some sort of base building.
Yeah, agreed. If it does some level of base building, I understand it. If it's just making it like what the Clipper would, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I understand.
Could it be you know how they talked originally when they were doing base building, they talked about like the drones and stuff? It could also just be like a not even a placement holder. It might just be the new version of that. He's like, rather than getting these little
like a
drones
drone holder. Yeah,
you use that instead, right? Would sort of make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a while away.
Yep. I love LAMP. I'm super excited to not be spamming ping all over the place.
Yeah, I just wouldn't be like cheering for this. It sounds like, you know, they were throwing you that bone of, we know.
Oh yeah.
We finally have settled on an idea of what we're gonna do, but we are definitely nowhere near giving it to you. Is what it sounded like.
Oh yeah, and it's not like 4.5 disabled reshade or anything. It did.
Oh, it sounded sarcastic, but yeah, it's not as simple as it being on a scope, because that was like 3 items, and it was a very small thing.
All the ship glass.
Exactly. Now you have to have every ship have this on it, so it's going to be a bit.
Yep. The Forge is a ship I'm actually considering upgrading to, because there's no way that I'm going to get, like, I play with people sometimes, but I'm not going to get the, what's the big one?
The
Pioneer. Yeah. Even
Forge
if it wasn't
something
limited,
I'm
that's just
very excited for.
I mean, definitely in game, but like that, I wouldn't mind having in my fleet. And then I guess the last thing, one more thing. I want an anvil chassis that has 2 PDCs on it. I think that would be fun.
A ship or a vehicle?
No, and the anvil chassis is the ballista, the Centurion. That's the anvil chassis.
Oh, is it Atlas?
Yes, Atlas.
Anvil,
Atlas.
Sorry, yeah, Atlas chassis.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Ah.
Same company. Nobody's wrong
Yes.
here, actually. Everybody's
They
correct.
reuse names all over the place.
Yeah.
I
was just
that would
confused.
be PDCs would be sick. Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah, having a couple PDCs on it. And then I guess the very, very last thing is I think maybe a group of us should put together a Star Citizen bingo card and maybe do a giveaway for whoever gets the first bingo. Just randomize the squares and whatever.
For what?
For 2026.
For SitCon?
I don't know, for like the year as they release things, as things happen.
Oh, yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah, like actually make a 2026 bingo card. I think that would be fun. Anyway, that's all. Appreciate you guys putting on the show as usual. And yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Easy.
We appreciate it,
We
Shark.
appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Take care.
Talk to you later.
Have a good one.
All right, Mr.SMirfinstien is next. I think we're probably going to stop at Rakaydos, though, just for anybody who came in late. I think we're going to stick with the guys that are there. So PSKV, if you see us, we may or may not get to you based on how quick everybody else is here. All right? But as always, as we tell you guys always, get here early if you want to get on the show.
Yep.
All right, let me take Shark's names down. And yeah, Smurfenstein, what do you want to talk about, man?
Good morning. I am going to keep this very brief. My daughter did not sleep last night, and I'm seeing the Hat Man in the corner, and he's complaining about the Idris.
Yeah.
I personally think the Star Citizen Live this week was bigger than IAE, a bigger deal.
Yeah.
I like the what is it? The Perseus, cool ship. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but I'm like whatever. I am kind of excited for engineering. I know it's gonna be busted, but like how long ago was that first test in Arena Commander? I think you played it.
A year and a half ago.
We've been talking about
it was like May-ish last year or something.
Yeah. So we've had like in some form we've had this in the players' hands for this long. It's about time it gets in the game. And then we all know it's going to be busted, but they're going to fix it. Biggest thing for me though, confirmed Galaxy. Kind of, because Star Citizen. I'm a Galaxy owner. I hope I get to build my base with it. I know Copium. They haven't outright
potentially the best. Would you call it a cargo hold? The best. I guess it's ship hangar inside the ship.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a ship hangar that opens this way. It's the only ship that has it like that. So it's like our actual hangars. And I never bought a Galaxy, but let me tell you, I saw that and was like, they finally learned that these ramps and this and that, they're all crap. So hopefully that is a feature that sticks, because I thought that was awesome.
My only thought is, how does that work with unloading stuff to the ship? Because is there an elevator on the bottom, or like how do you like load stuff? Is it going to be another like Carrick problem? We have to like yuck it up there.
Do you have a ramp that you use only when you're on the ground? Maybe like it's an optional ramp to put out. Who knows?
Yeah. That may be my daily driver, honestly, if it lives up to the expectation. And then they haven't outright said it, but are we thinking Kraken next year?
So they said command module, and then the implication was ironclad, not Kraken.
Right, but they're working on it. It's in production. So
yeah, it is in production. They mentioned it last month in the report.
Pre-production, if I remember.
I got to imagine the Kraken, similar to the Polaris, is an 18-month ship.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a 27?
Yeah, I don't think we'd see it next year.
Okay, well, I was thinking next year was going to be like the year of the Carrier, because the Kraken and then the Liberator. But now they're all talking about crafting.
Yeah, they went real gung-ho. Like the amount of ships they mentioned about crafting, the new stuff they mentioned about crafting, they are like, I am more and more convinced that they will actually get crafting done. Well, not done, but like in the game next year in some form.
Yeah. I think we're.
They seem like they're on it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems. I feel like I know. They've said they're going to do stuff before and they've not followed through, but
of course,
it kind of feels like they are really trying to, like, hey, we said it's going to be up. It's going to be up. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, we can take the reins here for a little bit. I think it's a ship that I really, really want to see, but I think I really, really want them to have base building, crafting, everything in before that, and I want crafting in fully, and I want like, we don't need these massive ships that are essentially space stations.
Yeah.
Until we have an idea of what bases look like, You know, will those all of a sudden have crafting things on them? What type of crafting things are important to have? So yeah.
This is like 60% a joke, but for that little crafting ground vehicle that is not really going to have a real purpose, I'm going to take that to a Hathor with like some defenses set up there and with a little stand that says, I'll sell you a gun and ammo and I'll just make it for you like a little like bodega cart.
Selling orbit attachments. Orbit attachments.
Well, my friend had a really funny...
You know the trolleys that you can get at the thing is, that, but you've got a bunch of gear on that you're like rolling around to sell people.
My buddy had a really funny idea of taking that and the little like Argo pickup truck that nobody ever uses and just being like a general contractor whenever base building comes out. But like, can you not build your own base? Hire us and we'll do it for you. Just roll up.
I think a lot more people will do that than you think, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Like, pioneers will probably be, assuming that they work the way that
I was selling tractor beams at Jumptown.
Yeah,
that's kind of sick. But like, I fully imagine people will be like, "Hey, I want a base that only a pioneer can build. I have no intention of buying a pioneer or whatever."
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a thing. People will probably sell their services.
Yeah. And then one last thing before I go, because what you just heard and why I had to run away is my bacon just got done cooking.
Nice.
Last week I was on the show and I gave a shout out to Scotland going to the World Cup, and someone in your chat said least Scottish sounding Scotsman ever. And to that guy, if he's still here, I just want to say I was born and raised in Glasgow. My granny lived in Springburn. My dad lived in Govan. I moved to the States when I was 10 years old in 2005, right?
There you go.
So it is there.
Just turns it on.
Yeah. Usually when I get drunk or when I get angry. So usually when I'm playing Star Citizen.
There it is. All right,
So,
Smurf.
I'm going to take off. Thanks for having me on again.
Enjoy your bacon. Bye.
Yep, bye.
That was pretty awesome. We always have the coolest accents on the show, and everybody like guesses them and stuff. All right, next caller, RingoShonen, second to last caller as well. How we doing?
How we doing, Ringo?
Howdy. Long time no talk.
What would you like to talk about?
Yeah.
All right, I got a list here. First, Mike, you said it earlier this week and earlier this podcast about the whole weapon package thing again, where they're like, "Oh, here's the L22 stuff, but you can't get it yet." That's unfortunately not my complaint, although I am mad about it. My complaint was when you said something about I thought they learned their lesson with the Apollo.
Yes.
Because they offered... They
not learn their lesson, but it was like, hey, everybody said positive about giving all the modules. And then...
Yeah, because they took away the drones.
They never took away the drones yet, but okay.
I've listened to that 8 times. He said, we have tractor beams now. Drones are no longer on the table. 1.0 released tomorrow, and every drone was in the game. The Apollo, unless we change our mind again, will never get drones.
Okay. I don't.
So how does that lesson,
that's not how I heard any of it. So I will have to just believe you and then double check myself.
Yeah, he said like, we made some changes. Tractor beams, medical gameplay has changed since 2017, 2018. So we're no longer producing drones. It's not that like, hey, drones don't exist yet for anyone. It's we're not doing drones. We're going to leave the space there if we change our mind and come back to it. So they had to give the modules out before everyone threw a fit storm.
Yeah, but they left room for them apparently.
Yeah, I just have to wait for them to change their mind back. And let's see. Oh boy, another ground car with a tier 2 medbed that's somehow better than all my medical ships.
Oh, that's right. It has a T2 medbed. Yeah.
I mean, I feel better because it's a ground car and no one will ever use it.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, if every ship's getting medbeds and tier 2 ones, who is ever going to want to dock with my Apollo just for the tier 1?
And we don't get injuries anymore.
Yeah.
And even if you did magically get a tier 1 injury, you're just going to set yourself to the med bed, hold back space with your tier 1 injury. Boom, your tier 2 bed fixed it. Yay.
I feel like, I mean, you saw last week's sneak peek, right?
Yes, I am looking forward to the armor. I hope it's just not, you get to carry 8 med pins instead of 4.
Exactly. My ultimate cope, and I have not coped about much this year, was that with that armor comes some pretty significant changes to medical gameplay that guys like yourself will be happy about. I certainly hope it does.
I want to make it more convenient for other players too. I don't want you all to be suffering.
For sure. The game should be fun for as many people as possible, right? Who the fuck wants it not to be?
But yeah, again, I don't expect it to do anything special yet because we're still waiting for armors to do a thing. They'll probably just throw it in. Hopefully the new medical device is either a rework or an addition.
Yeah, it's a super old asset, apparently.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Not as in like a super old asset they've used. It's just like, yeah, they made something and then they didn't.
Yeah, concepted it or something like that a long time ago.
Well, one thing I also want to address is something you keep saying, and I don't completely disagree with it, but you're like, okay, if everyone just keeps buying their way to the end, they're not going to have any fun, which is technically true. But at the end, if I'm grinding my way up to get like, you know, an Endeavor, once I have the Endeavor, do I just uninstall the game or do I get to actually have fun with the Endeavor?
Well, you start upgrading the Endeavor, you start using it in new content and like new features and stuff, right? It's just right now in the game currently, the only thing to do is to get big ships. There's no other like, there's no progression other than that. So if you're just buying big ships to have big ship, you're done.
I'm more of a rat player. I think you guys, at least Salty, you used to play Conan Exiles, right?
Loved it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm that guy who just carries stone daggers and will just dodge around everywhere and get 20 stacks of bleed on you. And your fancy ass armor, I don't care. And if you kill me, oh no, you got a pair of stone daggers.
Yeah.
Especially with that one stamina one where you can't take more than 1/4 of your max health in one hit.
Yeah.
And you automatically regenerate the last hit over 10 seconds. I will find a way.
I'm not saying that nobody can have fun. What I'm saying is that a big part of the game's progression is ships, and if you buy them, you are taking that aspect of the game out. And as somebody who, you know, Conan's not an MMO or a traditional MMORPG, as somebody who played more traditional MMORPGs, like the grinding of your character sucks. But when you actually complete it, it is, you know, or an aspect of it, it is the most rewarding thing I've ever done in any game ever.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
level up your character and slowly build it out and give it, you know, everyone's technically a savage at the beginning of the game, just like we're all citizens. But eventually it's like, okay, well, this guy's good with bows or that guy's good with shields.
Exactly.
And like the best we're going to have is maybe if we can like craft tier 5 armor that makes, you know, okay, this is a medic armor, but this is medic armor that heals better, or this is medical armor that's tankier. We have to look forward to that, but, you know, we have to imagine because it doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to go through the bullet points real quick. Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff that they need to add to the game that wouldn't be that hard. Like trading. Better okay, the better med beacons. That one's
everything
really
is
true,
hard.
Like oh boy, I'm a medical player. I'm going to respond to a med beacon. Oh wait, no. Everyone just goes to like an official like org's website and then just puts in their application there, like med runners. If I go down, I'm not just going to put a random beacon out and have someone loot me. I'll just go to their website and they'll just have a guy join my server and come to me, and they have like 2 people that record, so if anyone tries to steal my stuff, they'll have it on footage. Great. If I want to trade, I got to go to UTX, another external website. If I want to see the stats on guns, I have to go to an external website. At least put some of this, like start working on putting this in the game, because it takes me out of the game when I go out of the game.
100%. Is that more important than engineering? Is that more important than crafting? Right? That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's where the priorities are. So
okay,
like
if you craft something, how are you going to trade it?
If you don't have crafting, you have nothing to trade.
I want to trade for like Scorchers and Tweaker mods for my FPS.
I understand. I fully understand. They have the intention of making everything you just described.
It's just
they cannot do that. Like they've got their priority. Crafting, engineering's coming out in a state this month. Well, this month for me, yay Australia. Crafting, they are working on everything you described is a feature in that list of stuff that is getting prioritized. They want to do it. It is just not a priority yet, and it can't be. You have to get these other stuff in first. We don't know how to fly in Star Citizen yet. What the fuck? Right?
Also, crafting doesn't sound like crafting at all. It just sounds like upgrading.
At the moment, yeah, based on what you're saying.
Which makes me so sad.
Because I want everything you just described But yes, I want engineering first. I want crafting first. I want all these other things first, so that I have a reason to use those systems.
All right, and last thing on the list, it's just mostly. Are you guys ready for all the wine that's going to occur when engineering does come out, regardless of
Oh,
I'm
the state?
I
excited.
can't wait, dude. I'm gonna read all the Spectrum posts. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
It's gonna
so
be-
fun.
You know what a
it's-
Band-Aid
yeah.
fix is, right?
Yeah.
All right, Star Citizen doesn't do that. They use super glue fixes.
Oh
Just when
no, I don't even think they use
it's gonna hurt when you
Band-Aids.
tear that off.
What's worse than a Band-Aid? That like doesn't hold together at all. Like that's the
Just
kind of
kiss it
fixes they do.
better.
Yeah, they just like kiss it. Hopefully it feels better. Rub it.
We're gonna get tier 1 item recovery and
Throw some dirt on it.
engineering. People are gonna like not just backspace all the time anymore, and their ships will get worn down.
Yeah, it's a fundamental change in how people are going to have to play the game.
Mhm.
It's just that everyone got mentally used to it being easy mode. Everyone's used to tier 3
100%.
item recovery or
Yep.
tier 0 item recovery.
That's
it's like,
gonna
"Okay,
be-
I always have my gear. I always have my gear.
Yep.
Mhm.
That bug in ASD is still there, where you always get rescued as if you're in a city, and you always keep your full backpack. Assuming that's not intentional. I think they stated it's a bug.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's definitely a bug, because that did not happen to me yesterday. Rip me.
And we're not going to talk about the salvation bug, because there's no bugs with the salvation.
Of course.
But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
You're a dedicated medical player complaining about medbeds again.
Yep. Totally understand.
Well,
One
someone
day
needs
they'll
to.
do something.
Yeah.
I'll wait my turn.
Yeah. Doesn't sound
We
like
appreciate
it.
the call.
Alrighty.
He's waiting.
Sorry
He's
for
waiting.
that.
I know. I'm kidding.
We appreciate
All right,
the call,
Ringo.
Ringo. Thanks for calling in.
All right, bye.
Be good, man. Bye-bye.
Catch you, mate.
All right, last caller of the day, Rakaydos. How you doing, dude?
How are we doing?
Hey, only have 1 point and it's Galaxy Cope. So I feel that crafting is critical path to a dynamic economy.
Sure.
Yep.
So yeah, it's discussing of they need to figure out how much things will cost in order to figure out what needs to build what where in the entire galaxy in order to have something remotely resembling what we already have.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to add anything to that, or you want us to? It's
yeah,
it's
like,
hard
because
to
you're not
disagree.
wrong, right? Like,
Exactly.
there's an important part of like one of the reasons crafting is so important is because it has its gross little fingers in like every little bit of the game, right? Like if you start introducing crafting, you have recipes that involve, first off, probably ores. All right, so we need to balance ores based on crafting and how people are going to use them. It's probably going to include random items that you find in like all your big FPS missions or that you loot from ships. Once again, cool. So you have to balance the drop rates of those and all that sort of stuff. Like it's one of those things that comes in and then fundamentally, similar to engineering, but probably less negatively, fundamentally changes how everyone will end up playing the game. Right?
Yep.
But there's a side thing of that is when we craft weapons and other non-disposable things, those are going to add up over time. So there's going to need to be some kind of ways those things can exit the economy, whether wear and tear or...
Yeah, and there appears to be wear and tear.
Yeah. So in that famous photo that they mentioned every 3 minutes,
It's so ugly too.
Some of the weapons in there have durability. So if it does not come, it is at least on their mind for durability to be involved in crafting. And then in some ways, insurance, depending on how it's implemented, can still cycle through possibly upgraded weapons and whatnot, right? And take that aspect of it out of the economy. I don't know if well, durability, I would not be surprised to be in the first implementation, right? Like if we do get the tech preview this month, would not be surprised if items have durability. I don't think they're going to change the insurance stuff just yet. As in, like, I don't think we're going to go to T1 or Tier 2 just yet. But ideally, that's the idea that will happen, right? Is you won't stockpile too hard eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. I think anything we say on this is like the purest of speculation right now.
Yeah.
There's so much that we don't know. And it's frustrating.
minor points in my notes. Aurora as a rental. It's a rental available in several places. What's that going to be the Mark II versus the Mark I? Like, are they going to still rent the ES, or is it all going to be Mark II rentals while people are still going to be flying Mark Is that they have in their store accounts?
Good question. I think they'll probably forget that rentals exist for a while until somebody says it and somebody notices.
Yeah, fair.
Is my guess. Rentals have not been touched in a while, and I imagine that'll stay the same.
And one point that comes up whenever the whole nerf comes up is the cargo elevator alone.
Yeah,
like
can't
it
handle
only
it.
carries.
Elevator having 98,000 SCU.
Yeah, like
Jeez.
how many times do you have to send that down? How long do you sit there? even
God.
with 12,000.
Yeah, it'll still be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty. That's
Cool.
actually really
Well,
good timing for today's show as well. So perfect. Rakaydos, thank you so much. We appreciate you, man. Be good.
Thank you so much, mate.
And
have a good one.
Yeah, hopefully crafting makes everything make sense. That's the hope. All right, brother.
Server meshing will make everything better. Crafting will make everything better.
Yeah. Exactly. But that's where we leave you guys today. Lots of awesome things, some things that were frustrating. I've never seen you actually get mad before, Croncy. That was the first time. That was awesome.
I don't have strong opinions a lot of the time. But when I do.
But when you do, you do. Yeah. I think, okay, before we go, 2026 bet, crafting and base building.
No, because I think crafting and base building will be there. Because they've convinced me more and more the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
But I was specifically like, I don't think they will, like, crafting tech preview in December, right? Assuming it actually hits. So
or
at the latest,
early.
probably February, right? Then in the game, if it goes by engineering, then in the game, maybe 4 months later.
Mm-hmm.
Base building heavily relies on crafting. At least they've tied that it heavily tied into crafting. Sorry. And the tech required for that also needs to be tested and stuff. And they have a lot of mechanical problems they have to solve in terms of, like, we are not going to be doing, at least I imagine, maybe we will, but we will not be doing the, like, one base per region thing maybe yet. Like, they've got to solve some stuff, right?
Lots to solve.
Pre
very
1.0,
good
they've
point.
got 1.0 stuff to solve.
Very good point.
I think maybe because they're going so hard on the Galaxy, they're going so hard on all these crafting vehicles, and they're going really hard on base building, maybe we see something by the end of next year. I don't think we will consider it our home, if that makes sense.
Interesting. Okay. I sure hope we do.
Yeah, of course. I hope the game comes out next year, Mike, and 1.0 releases.
Good point. They just snap their fingers and it just works. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping for a really exciting year.
Of course.
Compared to this year. Exciting for me. This type of year was actually very exciting in a lot of ways, but in so many ways not. And yeah.
Yeah. I'm very keen to do either the end of this year or at the start of next year, do like a look back and a predictions episode. Because I think it's been an interesting year.
Yeah. As far as like scheduling goes, things are going to get a little weird over the next, not couple weeks, but in a couple weeks. I'll be traveling up to New Jersey and stuff. So I don't know podcast wise what we'll do. So we'll have to kind of schedule some things out. I think we need a 2026 prediction show and things like that as well. We're kind of starting our predictions now a little bit, but
as for next week, we're gonna have engineering ISC. This
engineering wave
PTU,
1 most likely,
surely wave 1s. Yeah.
So we'll be very engineering focused.
Lots of engineering.
Exactly. Very engineering focused, and hopefully we'll get a good understanding of what it's going to be like. But like I said, I think it's pretty much going to be a trial by fire, and it's not going to be the best experiences, but hopefully we'll be able to give really good solid feedback that they can build off of. Yeah. But all right, guys, that's where we'll leave you. So I want to thank you very much for watching. Follow Croncy and I on socials. Again, just a couple more days left on drops. It's until December 3rd. So we got a bit more time. So check our Twitch streams out if you guys want to get those drops and you haven't yet. And get subscribed to Week in Review. Or, excuse me, get subscribed to Answer the Call.
I mean subscribe to Week in Review.
Oh, that's not even a channel.
It's just SaltEMike.
There's not even a channel.
I'm sure there is a channel called Week in Review, and I bet they're cool. Make sure to go check them out.
I bet you they're way cooler than us. So yeah, make sure you check them out. And they're probably not talking about a fake scam video game that doesn't exist. But all right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Thank you to all the callers. We actually super appreciate you guys. You're awesome. And yeah, thanks for everybody in chat, except for that one guy who said I complain about everything. Screw you. And don't you forget either
to answer the call.
Oh, my headphones fell off.